This image, what you see here, is a picture that I shot for the recent namaz that was held at the Charminar. This is the only one picture probably in the world that you would have seen both the monuments together. This is the foundation stone that was laid at the Osmania University. And this photograph has been taken by my father in the year 1934, on the 15th of July. He was a very passionate photographer, very sincere to what he was doing. And in the yesteryears, we only had the large format cameras. This is a family picture which was there of the Nizam during that time. What I would like to emphasize here is, my father started his own business by the name of Premier Studio in the year 1954. And later, started his business without any cameras for himself. He used to borrow and use it, because he left the main business and started his own. At that point of time, my elder brother, by the name Anthony, joined him. Because the resources were so small, so minimal, that I had to discontinue my studies and join him in 1958. So I joined the business there. Then that taught me a lot. And for reasons known and unknown, when we had an assistant by the name of Salar, who was going on an assignment, and my father said, why don't you please go along with him and see what he does? So when I was sitting there, he just told me, Baba, please take the camera and take a few pictures. And I didn't know what a camera is all about, right? So I took the camera, took the pictures. When I came back home and processed, tell me what happened. All the pictures were out of focus. So you can imagine what happened. After about 10 years, at the age of 14, I went back. There was a very close friend of mine who came and approached saying, I want a few pictures to be taken. I'll give you a role. I do not want anybody to know about it. I said, fine, I'll help you out. So I took the role, went, exposed the film, gave it back to him. To my good luck, he brought it back and gave it to my father, asking him to process it. And mind you, in those days, we had only the films, no negatives. We went ahead. So when he processed, I was so surprised that the pictures were good. So my father was happy. Until today, till he died, he did not know that I took the photographs. Okay? That was the secret that we had. Now, this picture is very, very, very near and dear to me. For you all, it is a very, very simple picture, what you see here on the screen. It is only as big as a dot, a full stop. One day, a client walked up to my office and said, you know, I have this microchip and I want you to take a picture and give it to me. I said, it looks just like a small little thing. How can I do it? I can't do it. I've never done it. Because we were not equipped to do this sort of a job. Okay? We didn't have the resources. Today you have everything. But at the yesteryears, we never had anything at all. But we took it up as a challenge. At that point of time, I had a very close friend of mine by the name of Mr. Khan. He was doing work for a company. That's where he had this equipment. So when I took it to him, he says, Mr. Lenny, we can't do this job because we only do a job where it is transparent, whereas this is a microchip. So we used an 80 ASA film, reflected light, and took this picture. So this brought me onto a platform and a confidence where I can do work and produce it and give it to people. This gave me extra courage. This took me forward. That was how I came forward. So this is a specialized job. It was a challenge for me. This picture was shot at Gujarat, because I keep working across the country, and this picture was shot at Gujarat. I was sitting on another second tugboat where we were shooting, and at a high tide. Mind you, we used to shoot on negatives. And negatives, we had to be very accurate because there were only 3 exposures that we had to take. One was correct, under, and over. And this, you believe it or not, after we shot this picture, it was nothing but a heavy rain that we had. So that was a challenge what we faced. We never had the facility of even changing lenses during that time. This is a picture I just wanted to share with you all. This is Mother Teresa's picture. I will just give you an incident how I met her. It was one day when I was working in my office. My neighbor came and told me, you know, Mother Teresa came to building behind because Mr. Ribello is going to hand over the building to her. Here. So I said, fine. And I said, why didn't you tell me? He said, fine. I said, that day I started hunting around trying to meet her. So I was working in my dark room. Today we don't have a darkroom. Nobody knows what a darkroom is. But I was working in a darkroom, and I was in my dirty little shirt there. Suddenly somebody bangs the door and says, "Mother's there right behind." So I just left my darkroom, opened, walked in. When I seen her, she was just going by. She was just getting into the car. And I could not see her face. I just seen a glow of light. I think I am blessed. My family is blessed. Because never we only see people who are holy, has that. And the same day I started hunting around trying to figure out where she was. I got up at 4 in the morning to see where she was. But none of them told me where she was staying. But during the day, she came back to the place where she was going to take this. And at that point of time, I had the opportunity of taking this picture. And later, we became very close friends. She used to come and visit us at our home. And she also predicted my dad's death. This is the Osmania University. This is where the Arts College building is. This is the barren land, again taken by my dad. Why I'm trying to show you is, now we'll be going to another few more pictures that I will be showing you. But this was shot on a large format camera. And mind you, it's a panoramic. There are 2 photographs that have been merged. And mind you, it's 2 photographs that are 2 papers that have been stuck together. So you have to be very careful the way you change your camera, where you turn your camera and you take it. This is the analog, this is the digital. This was my first picture of the digital era that I've taken. There are total about 8 pictures in this. This was shot in hardly about 4 seconds. And because you see the people, if you see the people, they are standing out there. This is my tripod. My thumb is my tripod. So I spin the camera on this. This is how we work. All my panoramas that you're going to see today is all shot on, this is my tripod. This is where it takes me off. We should preserve Hyderabad, which has got a lot of heritage, a lot of culture, a lot of architectural buildings. Well, I don't think we have ever seen it. None of us have gone there and explored it. I would actually like to thank Deccan Chronicle for giving me this opportunity. Because when I started with the Charminar, they said, listen, why don't you give me a picture every week? We want people to know around the world that we in Hyderabad have a rich culture and rich heritage. So this is the Golconda Fort by the Qutub Shahi tombs. This is about 300 feet above the ground. If you see very carefully to the left-hand corner, you see the entrance of the Golconda Fort, right? And to the right, you see the Golconda Fort right on top. These have got about 18 images. This is the Holy Trinity Church. This is at Ballaram. This is where the Queen had come down in 1985, I think. She celebrated her 36th wedding anniversary of this church. I was fortunate enough to shoot. And this church, even Sir Winston Churchill used to attend. Not many of us know about that. This has got 180 images. It takes us about 3.5 hours to 4 hours to shoot these sort of images. St. John's Church, this is again in Secunderabad. I actually started my panorama images from here. We are trying to learn how to shoot. Because today, if anybody here would say, Lenny, this is the way you got to shoot, I'm prepared to learn from you all. Because we as photographers, we should keep an open mind to learn. Learning is a process. Let us all learn. One. And whatever you do, let it be done from your heart, not your mind. When you do it from your mind, nothing works. You don't deliver. It is for yourself. It is not for the world. But here we are delivering it for the people to see what we are doing. One image of a photographer speaks not 1 million words, probably 200 million words. And that is what we should do. Don't shoot 100 pictures to give 1 picture. Shoot 2 pictures to give 1 picture. Even till today, when I'm shooting at any site, I only shoot 3 images. One is correct, under, or over. That's it. Let it be 1,000 feet floor or 2,000 feet floor. That's what I do. This is the Chaumala Palace. Probably you all must have seen it during the day, but this is during the night. This is St. Joseph's Cathedral. This is at Gun Foundry. This is again what we shot. These are all the images are of the heritage sites of Hyderabad. There are many more pictures that I can share with you all. But we have a tradition. We have to take care of our heritage, which nobody is doing. So I was fortunate enough to bring this across. This is a very interesting picture. This is the Bahadur Shah's Usur Khana. This is at Charminar. This is such a lovely structure. How many of us have seen? I don't think many have seen it, or many of them know about this. I've taken this picture. At that point of time, they had approached the government to take care of this heritage site. All of us together should get together and say, what can we do for Hyderabad? What can we do for Telangana? Right? We have got many such places. This is the Paiga tombs. This is where the royals of the Nizam people were laid to rest. There's a very beautiful structure, and it's done out of lime and mortar. At once upon a time, it was adorned with a lot of stones, precious stones. But after that, it has gone by. This is the Hyderabad Public School. This is where a lot of our people the top notches who had been in the line today are from the school. This is a famous Raymond tomb, Monsignor Raymond. Our history goes back to this place. My great-grandfather had come along with him to Hyderabad from Pondicherry and was with him doing the photography for him. So I am the 4th generation. And we have the 5th generation which has come. He is my son. So he has joined the business. So probably we, the Emanuels, are very proud that we have 5 generations only in the line of photography. And we have done no other business. This is one of the monuments near Maulali. He was a singer. This I again shot for the Deccan Chronicle. This is Lakshmanarayan Swami temple. This is in General Bazaar in Secunderabad. If you go near Anjali Talkies, it is close by to that. It's been taken care of very well. You can never cross an ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. So thank you very much.